Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucid. We're going to jump back into our game with Late Age Ulm. It's turn 65. And if you recall, we are deeply embroiled in a somewhat losing war against Abyssia and Lemuria. We get a message back from Aretha saying, has Abyssia joined up with Lemuria? Sure, I'll join in against them. Just give me a turn or two to mobilize and then I'll begin attacking. So that's like, hey, free food for me. That's awesome. I really needed an ally pretty badly. I mean, Jotunheim's kind of an ally. I mean, they're definitely kind of an ally just in the sense they're fighting Lemuria, but they're not really on my team, and they're not really trying to help me win. But there's... I'm sorry, Utgard, not Jotunheim. There's no real way, though, that they can be allies with Lemuria. They just... When you spawn... Let me just show you where they spawned. So here's Utgard's capital, and here's Lemuria's. There's 3 provinces between them that are plains, and there's like a road. There's literally a road between their capitals. You are not gonna be friends. It's impossible. It's totally, completely impossible. And in that sense, Utgard is by definition my friend. No matter how much he wants me to die, the fact that he is just that close to Lemuria, as long as he does not die to them, he is a friend. So that Mind Hunt didn't work. This is not good. So, they, with 30 gems, killed 270 units, and probably like 10 or 15 of those were commanders, so any scripts I had I can, I guess, forget for that battle on this throne. So that's awesome and balanced. Yeah, pretty stoked about that. We cast Sanguine Heritage. Let's see how many times we're casting it now. So at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... and Curse of Blood. So it looks like we're coming down a little bit in terms of how often we're casting it, but we're casting a few other things. So we did an Infernal Disease, we killed the Shadow Tribune, we hit a Grand Lemur here, and Disease Demons do not really kill Grand Lemurs, as we will see. Yeah, they got kind of murdered. So there's probably like a 1 in 10 chance they could kill a Grand Lemur, but then they're immortal, so who really cares? Definitely not worth targeting Immortals, but these guys, who are kind of their little raid captains, they just die unmercifully to Disease Demons. Boop. And I'll take that. If I can isolate... The thing about doing that is I'm going to isolate all of his raid squads. Oh, he cast it again. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, they kill 75% of my guys. I mean, he's now at like 230 gems worth of evocation spam. I mean, so it's a lot. So when I'm complaining about it not being balanced, this guy has spent like a literal fortune on casting this stuff. But it's not that much when you think about the damage he's done. I mean, he's probably killed almost at least that much in terms of just gems of mine. Oh, he cast it again, too. So, yeah, he's killed 75 no, what's 50% of 75? I've got like 10% of my guys left. And then whoever was left tried to freaking raid this. So it's like, hey guys, we were a 800-person army a minute ago, and now it's just us. You know, look at this shit. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck am I supposed to, excuse me for my French, how am I gonna get in this fort? It's ridiculous. I had an 800-person army here. And now it's like, har har har. I mean, what, how do I do this? I don't think I can do it. I can't do it. I bet Abyssia is like smiling like crazy. So that's annoying. Don't know how we're gonna do this. We'll find a way. There is a way to crack this. I just don't have the means to do it now. I probably am kind of like going to try to make peace now. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't like spending 200 gems on doing this shit, but... Well, maybe he does. Well, let's go watch all that. Do we really want to click through all these? We're going to do the short version. Okay, we get wrecked here. Let's go see where this is. So, we went to counter raid, and he was being unpredictable and moved in some good guys. Were some of these guys scripted to attack? They were. That's a bad idea. But this guy must have... No, he doesn't. Oh, he has iron skin on him, though. Okay, and that is how we get completely murdered. So this was not, by the way, like where the big thing was. Oh, did I mention he had, like, one turn cracked this? Yeah. I don't think I mentioned that. That was why we were doing, like, this desperate thing to move people in. Okay, he successfully raids me here. I take this back. I don't... Where's... It's down here. Yeah. Kind of just getting bamboozled here. Okay, this one we actually did hold off, so that's kind of good. Is that this one? No. That one we hold off. Utgard raids Lemuria. We successfully raid here. Or no, we get our... How do we lose... How the hell do we lose this? I mean, this is a legitimate question. Oh, I guess barbarians can go through invulnerability. Really? Yeah, it looks like they got wrecked. I guess that... Okay, this is probably a battle play replay glitch, but this probably just shows... Like, this guy should have beaten them. Maybe one of these guys got a really lucky hit through invulnerability or something. Okay, this is us attacking Micklin. And it appears this did not really go as planned. Okay, we cast Wind Guide. Foul Vapors is up. Rigor Mortis is up. I don't know if I have Life After Death yet. Okay, we're going to cast Undead Mastery. Okay, he just put up Firestorm, or he's about to. Let's see how many guys we got. So we cast... I think we cast it twice. I don't see any commanders. We got some of their Horde of Skeletons summoning, but we didn't really get many of these guys. These guys have 17 MR, so they are not likely to succumb. Meanwhile, these guys have 9. So we got a lot of their Horde of Skeletons, but we didn't get a lot of their actual mages. It appears we got this guy. We got a few of their Unfrozen, which I don't think have quite as good MR. Oh no, they do. We just got lucky. I don't think we got any of his commanders, which would be the real gems here, because if we Undead Mastery them, they're dead for forever. I don't know if... are we casting it again? Or did we kill too many of our slaves? I think we might have lost too many slaves to cast it again. Oh no, we did. We did it again. I don't think we got any of their commanders. I don't see any, but you can see we've got our dudes all mixed up in here. Unfortunately now... okay, so the good thing is when they turn to this undead form, they're going to be immune to poison. So they're not going to keep getting got. Unfortunately, though, I think we're being overwhelmed here. We still do have our Vampire Mage Corps in the back. And these guys are pretty damn buff now. They have... okay, they don't have protection. Now, if I got protection on them, I should have had somebody come in who was like one of my Earth Astral Crosspath dudes. Come in and put Iron Warriors on them. That would have been really good. Because these guys actually become quite hard to kill with... especially if they had Temper Flesh and Iron Skin in addition to this Soul Vortex business. And then Wither... that's Wither Bones, I think, going off here at the end. That's doing a lot of damage. But you can see we end up losing, but... we killed a ton of stuff, so it was a pretty good battle. Let's take a look. That was in Mictlan. So we lost everything here. I think we had some Soulless Retreat. That's the only thing that really... and the vampires ran off. But really, we lost kind of a lot of stuff. In terms of the things... like, this was pretty expensive, losing these guys. Losing the Black Priest, that was unfortunate. A lot of this was just chaff. And then, like, some of these guys were immortal. And they lost kind of a lot of... I was going to say they lost a lot of chaff. I don't think they did. Where did all these guys go, exactly? It says they only lost 200. They must have had a lot of guys retreat. I don't know if I want to watch that again with y'all, but anyway... yeah, a bit unfortunate. So we lost Mictlan, so we are like clearly on our back foot now. He's continuing to raid. And what I'm kind of realizing now, so this raid is successful. How the hell... let's watch this. I should not be losing vampires to these guys. I think... yeah, some of it is my PD is dying before my vampires get there, and I don't think I really noticed this. And then I still script them to attack like idiots. God, that's so dumb. I don't know why I'm still doing this. This is kind of weird because it's my future self coming back and watching this, and I've learned a lot from fighting the ghosts and things that are really dumb, and, you know, you would think the first time you play you wouldn't make these dumb mistakes, but, yeah, they do. This script works so well against a lot of things, just not against ghosts. And I think I was just recycling what's worked in other games without thinking too much about it. Which, wonderfully, is not something that you can do in this game, and I like that. So, if we look at our province graph, it's probably going to make you cry. Okay, this is kind of hilarious. Let's go check this out. So you remember when I said we were setting a little trap? This is a province that was going to get raided, probably. And I said, hey, let's just keep this guy around. We'll have him do his thing. So he puts up Heat from Hell. Oh, no, Heat from Hell just comes up when you get one of these guys. So this is the goat, the sun god, or the goat sun. And yeah, he can do some cool stuff. He's a pretty strong demon lord. They're a Blood 9 summon. This guy has gotten Soul Vortex off, and these guys come in and try to hurt me, and that's just not going to happen. I've got really good fire resistance, and then with Soul Vortex, my protection versus mundane is 31, so I don't really care about their normal attacks, and I don't really care about fire things. It's just that there's a lot I don't really care about here. You can see I'm fatigue neutral, not really taking damage. Now the charcoal shield, I don't know why I'm using that against Abyssia. I mean, it's okay for raiding Vercindes, but it's obviously not going to do anything to these Agarthans who are fire resistant. Okay, so we're killing a lot of stuff. We are taking, I think, a tiny bit of damage because you can see my regeneration ticking. So that means given enough time, we're going to get some affliction. So we just got crippled. That's annoying. Now that all those guys are gone, the fire shield is actually going to do okay against these guys. Okay, and Abyssia routed. We're routing a little slower. And there we go, we got everybody, we won. So that's kind of hilarious. It cost me an affliction, which is not much. I would do it again. Killed a bunch of his stuff. Like, these guys are not free. These are not like free spawnies. Has to pay valuable blood slaves for them. So we'll take it. We probably also got like an experience level or two out of that. And then down here we got attacked by Lemuria again, and then here we got Oh, okay, let's watch this. Oh, this is what we already watched. This was our once a great army reduced to basically nothing, and then yeah, we decided to storm the fort because we weren't going to wait around for more flames from this guy to come down. And he'd already cast it 6 times, he's probably not going to cast it again. Oh no, he casts it 3 more times. Because that's fair and balanced, so, yeah. Now, there's something that does bear mentioning, and that is that what is behind all of this is partially Eternal Pyre. We kind of need to take this down. This is officially going on our list of things to do. The thing is, we also want to start saving up for Nexus. It's turn 65, and we don't have Nexus up, but we're getting there, right? So this guy's going to be able to cast it. For me to get there, we haven't talked research in a long time. So let's zoom out. We'll spend the last bit of this episode. I'll cover, you guys know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to pick all the places Lemuria's going to move to and raid against it. I lost here. I'm going to basically plan to fight a big battle on the throne. I've got a ton of dudes inside, so we're going to hope these guys can hold out for a long time, and I'm just going to basically heckle. Like, my forts are holding up pretty good. I'm at 400 out of that, and then this one's not broken at all. This one's pretty solid at 701. So we're basically going to try to just hang tight inside our forts and harass the armies on the outside. But let's zoom out. Let's take a look where we are in the game. So, score graphs, you can see here is when I decided to attack Abyssia. Oh, it looks like a good idea. No, it's not. My income, right, is getting wrecked. My fort situation is much more stable, but getting a little wrecked. My gem situation coming down some. Research plateauing off as I'm mobilizing mages to fight. Dominion is okay. Army size, you can see we're taking some hits. And a lot of these are chaff. The things that are taking hits are, by and large, much more my actual military troops. And then Ascension points, you see we're doing pretty good. That is that. For research, we're running up Conjuration. We're getting Conjuration 8. I have some problems with magic diversity, and I'm hoping Conjuration 8 will fix that, in part through the Fairy Queen, who will get me pretty decently into air. And I actually don't know if I take advantage of this as soon as I should. But anyway, that's for another time. In terms of death, we also are going to get access to Wraith Lords if I want to do that. Yeah, I'm not totally sure there's much in death for me. Astral's the other one. not too much here for me. What the hell am I thinking? Why am I going up Conjuration? It must just be for Fairy Court. I think I really want air. I'm not totally sure why. I mean, I'm also a nation that's pretty well set up to put Well of Misery up, so I may want to do that. That could be a reason I'm doing this. I don't know. Fighting for Well of Misery with Lemuria, though, is a bit of a challenge, though. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. After that, we're going to go Alt-9 is what I put, but I think I actually end up changing this. I think I decided to go... Because I've already got... Oh no, I think I'm going to end up changing this, but for now I'm thinking Alt-9, which maybe is the smarter play. Alt-9 is going to get me a lot, because I've got really good chaff, and just dropping armies of lead and gold on top of chaff, which is something I can do very easily with this nation, would be really good. So I think probably a good play would be like Alt-9 first, then Enchantment 9 so I can get Nexus, or no, then Construction 8 to get gear, and then, whoops, Enchantment 9 to get Nexus. I think this would be pretty good. The other thing that's going to be really good for me, and probably like this actually would be better, Blood 8 is going to give me Rush of Strength, which is going to make my chaff much more killy. Well, not much more killy, but it'll take them from... Sorry, I've got the yawns. It's going to take them from being very not killy to making them able to kill some, which is a big upgrade. Because when you have battles that go a long time, being able to kill something is a lot better than not being able to kill anything. Yeah, I think that's about it for this turn. Or for the overview. We'll get into the specifics of the counter rating and stuff. I think at this time too. So we're still doing Mind Hunt. I don't know if I've really turned on my horror cannon yet. I don't think I have. That's coming up, though. My horror cannon is actually a pretty good tool to use against Lemuria, and we will be getting that turned up. We've started it here, so this guy's going to be sending lesser horrors. To do this more, I actually need more gear, and I'm going to be working on making it. I'm going to be making a lot of the blood gear, which I don't really have. Like, I need lots of blood thorns, which are cheap now. And I'm going to need a lot of these... Starshine hats. So we need to get a shit ton of those cranked out so we can do lesser horror spam. And down here... See, have we switched this over yet? It doesn't appear so. Am I doing it? No, it hasn't happened yet. Very soon we're going to switch this over too to be... another vampire center where we actually manufacture them. Right now we're manufacturing these worms that walk, which is quite nice. What are they? Thaumaturgy? I forget. Yeah, they are. So you can see we get some nice randoms here. Like this guy is a death random, which is kind of cool. It allows us to potentially do Haunted Forest and Lamia Queens. Where the hell is Haunted Forest? I think it's Enchantment, yeah. So this is a kind of interesting... I mean, if you're a nation that doesn't have a ton of free spawn, this is kind of interesting. You can use it to great effect with things like... Creeping Doom, which is kind of comical. But we're not going to be doing that, I don't think. Not now, anyway. But yeah, we can get kind of... The randoms you get for this, they're semi-common and they're very good. And then these guys are very, very, very immortal. They're kind of immortal in battles, and then they're immortal after battles. Like, they do this bug thing, makes them respawn if they die in a battle, so they're very good against assassins. And then this is very good to keep them from dying permanently, ever, really, unless they get their mind enslaved. So... but this war is not going well. We are totally sieged up on this island. And what I'm the big thing that I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to refocus from Abyssia down to Lemuria, so I have to make peace with Abyssia. Yeah, so I sent him a message saying, hey, so he said he's going to attack Abyssia, and I say, hey, maybe think about Lemuria. I don't think he's going to, but we'll see. But I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to give back all this nice land that I took to Abyssia, and I'm going to have to say, hey, we have to kill Lemuria. And I think we're going to do this in Steam, and I don't know if it's going to happen. I think we're going to talk more about that next episode. This episode's going a bit long already. This is my first succubus I have kitted out, and right now she's kind of running around not doing anything up here. I'm expecting his army's going to come and we'll try to like steal somebody from it. I'm also setting up a trap here. Actually, this is worth mentioning. We're doing a bloodletting trap, and these are not great, but they're okay. Basically, we're going to be doing a bunch of vampires with a ton of slaves, and the idea is hopefully they get as many bloodlettings off as they can. And this does 1 armor negating damage, and it looks really small, but this is 1 armor negating damage plus a dice roll, so it ends up being more than 1 by a good bit. Unfortunately it's MR negates, but we're doing anti-magic first, which should get all of our blood slaves and us, so that hopefully we survive it better than they do. And this army is designed to die, but hopefully it will kill a lot with it. And so that will be our goal. Anyway, we're expecting them to attack here, so this is where we are moving. This guy is going to sneak out. I don't know what he's going to send in, but if it's designed specifically to kill him, I don't want him to be around to find out. So if you don't want to get attacked by stuff in a magic phase, which a normal move order will not prevent, you just do a sneak out. And that's why sneaking thugs are the best thugs. So I think that's it. There's probably a bit more in the shenanigan department I could cover, but yeah, we are going to get ready for a mass undead mastery to win a big battle over here. And so I think we're pulling a... No, not yet. I think right now we're just going to try to camp in here, and we're going to get ready to harass and stuff. I think I figured out that, okay, that undead mastery down here did not kill enough undead. I mean, it did not convert enough. While it was kind of effective in dragging out the battle, it didn't do enough. What we want... You know, this also could have been a replay bug. Or it could have just been the routing, I'm not sure. I'm still wondering why the report said only 200 died. I thought I killed way more than that. But yeah, we're going to be gearing up to do Undead Mastery like 20 times in a battle or something like that. And it's going to cost a boatload of death gems. So we're also going to be maybe making... I don't know, am I doing it now? More of these caskets, which are one of the items from Lucid's Thematic Gem Gen. But basically, it gives you a defense malice, and it's pretty expensive. But it gives you 4 temporary death gems, which is pretty good if you can use it regularly in battle. Though it's tricky because, yeah, you can lose it pretty easily and then give it to the enemy. So you have to probably use it for like 5 battles for it to really pay for itself. And winning 5 big battles is a lot. It's a tall order to ask of anybody, any player. So I think that's it. And with that, we will see you next time.